Greetings. This is Bine, your Metro ICT coordinator. As part of the district's preparation towards the 2023 Bece examination, each year we try to capture data on students that are likely to write the year's Bece exam. And for the year 2023, we've gotten to the point where we are trying to capture the candidate list and sort of make projections to that effect, because WAEC will be requesting for that data very soon. So in the light of that, we've come up with this template that we are pleading with schools within the jurisdiction of Cape Coast Metropolis to complete and then send to us. And it's a very simple form, and it's going to be the usual thing that you've been doing. It's nothing that difficult. So if you open the template, you realize that it has two main sheets in there. We have the guide sheet, and then we have the candidate list sheet. Now, on the guide sheet, I've provided you with some instructions or guide with respect to how you are to complete and submit this template. I would plead with you that you take some time to read through the guide here. I have about 10 of them. You read through it and then comply. It will make our work easier. We are pleading with you. So the first on here is that I'm pleading that you stick to the rules and regulations and then capture only eligible students. Please capture only eligible students. That is what the first item here is asking you to do. So only eligible students can be listed. Do not capture those that are not eligible. And when I say eligible, I know my people know what I'm talking about. Now, do not alter the template or use a different one of your own. Please, I'm begging you. What you see here is part of a larger system that I have designed. So if you use a different template, it may give me more work than necessary. So I'm pleading with you that you kindly ensure that you use this very template. The other thing is that you are to ensure you provide complete and accurate information. Sometimes when filling forms, people choose for some reason or the other skip certain vital info that they are to submit in addition to whatever they are doing. I'll plead with you, take your time, go through, make sure what you have there is accurate. We as much as possible want to reduce the errors that we encounter when we register candidates and all that, and that should save us from so much trouble during the BEC registration and then the aftermath thereof. The next thing that we want to take a look at is that once you finish completing the file, now I'll go through with you how you're going to complete the file. Once you finish completing the file and you saved it, in fact, the way you have to save it is that you have to make sure that you save it in this format. The file name should be your school's name in the parentheses that I've provided, and then we have 2023 BEC candidate list projection. Please, what I have here is an example. So assuming the school is called ABC School, you put your school's name here, ABC School, in the parentheses, and then 2023 list projection. That should be the file name. So that's how you have to rename the file before you send to me. The next thing that I have here is that you should take note of the fact that the file is an Excel document. So that's a spreadsheet document. So I will plead with you that you use Microsoft Excel and don't make it a PDF and send to me, please. Don't convert it to a picture or any other format. You let it remain in this same file format. Do your input, save, and then you send back to me. Then the next thing that you have to take note of is when sending, you are to send to this very email address, ccmedexam@gmail.com, ccmedexam@gmail.com. Please do not send to any other location. Send to this very location, and that will also make it easier for me to collate and then work on it. If you send it to various places, WhatsApp numbers, other emails, or send it to other people, then you give me the extra work of having to go around looking for your file. But if you send it to this place, everything has been automated. It will be captured, and then we wouldn't have to call you to find out whether you submitted your document or not. So kindly make sure you send to the Gmail address that has been specified here. I'm pleading with you. The seventh item here also talks of the fact that when sending your email, emails have subjects, okay? They are sort of like title of what you are sending. You have to make sure that the subject of your mail is as I've specified here. So again, your school name in the parentheses, then you write 2023 BEC candidate projection, and that will also make it easier to identify your document and then work on it. Please do not submit the completed document as a link. Some of us, sometimes, I'm not saying it's entirely wrong, but please, for this exercise, I will plead with you, submit the actual file. Do not create a link to the file so that I'll have to follow the link to go and download your file myself. Please send the actual completed file, attach it to the mail, and then you send to the email address specified. The other thing is that you're advised to work on this document on the computer. If you choose to, I know some of us have very powerful smart devices, tablets, mobile phones, and stuff like that. But it's easier working on this template on a computer. A desktop computer or a laptop computer should be okay. Now, the desktop computer or laptop computer should be running Microsoft Excel 2016 and above. So if you have something 2016, that's the barest minimum I would recommend. If you have 2013, it might work, yes, but certain functionality may not be there. So I'm pleading with you, 2016 or above. Ideally, if you have 2019, 2021, Office 365, that's better. But if you don't have and you have 2016, that should be okay to do the work. The other thing that I will plead with you lastly is that you try to finish this and submit by 17th February 2023. Please, 17th February 2023 by close of work. I should have received each and every completed file from every school, please. That will be of great help. Though I've created this explainer video and then I've outlined this guide as well. Should you still have any concerns regarding this exercise, you can contact me or the Metro Exam Officer. Contact details have been specified in this document, so that should be easy for you to find and then contact us to help you. We are there to help you, so please do not hesitate to contact us if you find any challenge. Let's now move on to the candidate list. So for you to do that, what you have to do is you click this over here, I've provided this link here to the next sheet. So you can just click on it. It should bring you to this place. Or you can just click on the sheet tab down here. And then that should also bring you here. So once you click on the link, it brings you here. The first thing that you notice is that it seems blank, but it's not. The first cell that has been selected here, I want you to go ahead and then provide an answer to this short question here, asking whether or not your school took part in the previous BEC examination. That's the 2022 BEC exam. So you come to this cell here, cell D6, you click the drop down arrow and then you answer yes or no to that. So if your school was part of the previous year's BEC, which I know most schools were, you select yes, and then the table that you would have to complete will appear for you. If you select no, you still get the table, but then you realize that you get this area here shown to you to enter your school name, because we'll capture your school as a new school, not new school that is now being established, but a new school to be added to the WAEC list that will be sent, so that we can work on getting you your new school number that you can use to write the exam. Else you won't be able to participate in the exam without the WAEC school number. So please take note. So if your school already exists, you select yes. And once you select yes, I've designed it such that you get this drop down here, name of school. I've tried to populate all the schools that we have in the metro in there, both public and private. You can come in here and then you select your school. Once you select your school, you would also be given this down here. That's the school BEC number. So notice that schools that already have the BEC number, if you select your school number automatically appears here. But should you be in the category of schools that don't have the school number, if you select no, you realize that the school BEC number says new school. So that will prompt us to know that your school needs to be given a BEC number from WAEC, and we'll work on that for you. All right, so let's choose an existing school. So for an existing school, like let's pick the first one, Abakam Kran Presby JHS. You would have to also specify your GPS address. That's the GPS address for the school. So I've provided an example. Note that have some notes as you click the cells. So it says, please enter correct GPS address of the school. So in this case, maybe it's CC-017-8732. So let's try that and see. CC-017-8732. So assuming this is the correct GPS address of the school, you enter that, and then you move on to provide the name of the head, the correct name of the head. So maybe the head is called Mr. John Doe. So Mr. John Doe is the head. We enter it there, and the phone number of Mr. John Doe. So assuming the phone number is 0243701-581, you enter same like that, and then it will be nicely captured for you. Now, to the actual candidate info, I've provided an example here of how you are to go about it. So if you check here, you realize that I've provided you with these this sample over here, what I want you to do is that we are capturing the surname, the first name of the candidate, other names if any. If the candidate doesn't have other names aside the surname and first name, you can leave this portion blank. Then we have the gender. You specify the gender of the candidate. You are also to provide the date of birth details of the candidate. So we have the day, the month, the year, and then the name of the candidate. The name of the candidate's the name of the candidate's parent. You have to provide the name of the candidate's parent. And if the candidate's parent is not available, or you don't have details to that effect, you can provide that of a guardian that we can work with. Then we have the contact. You have to provide their valid contact, please, valid contact details. You do realize that this school verification process that was brought up this year, we've received calls from parents and schools saying, I have not received the code or token to check or verify my ward's school selection. These are some of the reasons why. If you don't provide the correct contact details, when it gets to that point and then they are sending the details to parents, it may happen that because the correct phone or contact number is not there, you may not receive, or the parent may not receive the token. It may go to someone else's number as has been specified there. So please, you take note of that. All right. So to fill, all that I want you to do is that, and one may ask, should you fill it in capital letters or small letters, that's uppercase or lowercase? You can do it any as you deem fit, but ideally it's appropriate to do it all in caps anyway. But if you choose to type it in lowercase, no problem. It's the data that we need, can be worked on that way. So in this case, the example that I gave, I wrote this surname here, then the first name, and then other name, if any. If there isn't any, don't worry about that. You leave blank. Now this is a male candidate, so you specify. Then you come and then you click here and then you choose the day the person was born on. So for instance, if the person was born on the 5th, you select January, and the year, maybe the person was born 1996. If that's accurate, please make sure you check the date of birth and then make sure you provide us with the correct date of birth. Then the candidate's parent or guardian name. So you go ahead and then you provide the name of the candidate's parent or guardian. The next thing is to provide the contact detail, and I wish to emphasize, provide the correct contact detail. So in this case, you can get something like 02437015581. Please note that you are not supposed to type the dashes. It will be put in automatically for you. Note that the numbering is done for you automatically. You don't have to go ahead and then type 1, this person, 2, that person. No, it's done for you. In any case, if you try to edit, you get an error. So you can't do that. If you are editing, or if you click somewhere and then you are prompted that that place is logged, that means you are not allowed to edit that particular cell. So please take note. You are only to work within the spaces that have been provided for you. So once you are done, you go ahead, save the document with your school name in the parentheses as directed earlier, and then you attach it to the email with the subject being your school name in the parentheses and then the title of the document, and then you send to me via the email link that was provided on the guide page. Thank you very much. Should you have any concerns, do not hesitate to contact us for clarification. Have a nice day.